What's going on with Smokey the Bandit?
4 women are making some disturbing new allegations against a Motown legend. I want to show you a live look at a press conference with the accusers and their attorneys. It's happening as we speak in California. In a lawsuit filed today against Smokey Robinson, the women who used to work for him say he sexually assaulted them and created a hostile work environment, among other things. Robinson's wife is also named in the lawsuit. It details multiple allegations, some as recent as last year. One employee says Robinson sexually assaulted her at least 23 times. 3 of the women say they didn't want to report it to police, in part because they were afraid of risking the possible adverse effect on their immigration statuses, according to the suit. Another says Robinson's, quote, brutal sexual advances were constant and even predictable while she worked for him. His accusers are seeking at least $50 million. NBC News has reached out to Robinson's reps for comment. No word back yet. Camila Bernard.
How come? Okay, so again, I'm going to say the same thing that I said with Shannon Sharp, the same thing that I said with Jay-Z, the same thing that I say with everybody else. How come these women don't file criminal suits? The only thing that they do is they all collectively go and they file civil suits. And what are you talking about, $50 million? Did y'all see Smokey Robinson doing that dance on a whatchamacallit the other day? Did y'all see him doing that pump on stage the other day? Y'all didn't see that? It was crazy. Hold on, let me see if I can do it. See if I can find it. Y'all ain't see this? Smokey tired. Smokey is tired. I mean, he got that smile still because, you know, they be having all of that Botox and he got good teeth. That man is old. So you telling me last year Smokey Robinson created a hostile work environment? Look at this man. He put his arm down. Come on, stop it, bro. Stop it, family. Stop it. Y'all coming after Smokey Robinson now? How come none of these women, again, ever, he can't even thrust his hips. How come nobody ever files a criminal complaint? Everything becomes a civil suit. And now, let me tell you what women are doing today. They basically moving just like free agents. Sexual assault, they go into the highest bidder they find in the person, the celebrity that they've interacted with, somebody that they work with, somebody that they've been around, and they're now taking whatever the highest bidder got on the last lawsuit. So they heard about Shannon Sharp's $50 million debacle, and so now that's the new going rate. We're going to file for $50 million. They're filing for 50 M's by default. They're not trying. They're not coming up with a reasonable number. They're not even trying to do a real shakedown. They're just going with whatever it is the last free agent accused somebody of, and that's what they're going for, whatever it is. Cassie got 30 M's. They tried to go after Jay-Z. He wasn't having it. They going after Shannon Sharp because he was about to get the new $100 million contract, so they sued him for 50 M's. And now they going after Smokey Robinson, and they going after 50 M's for him too. They didn't just go after Smokey Robinson. They going after him and his wife at the same time.
Is joining us now. And obviously, Camila, this is a late-breaking situation. What else do we know? What else are we learning?
Hallie, these are some serious allegations, and the attorneys just now calling Smokey Robinson a serial rapist that needs to be stopped. So again, we have not heard from Smokey Robinson, but these allegations include sexual assault, battery, false imprisonment, you name it. I mean, here is what they're saying. They're saying that these allegations happened repeatedly. You mentioned one of the women saying it happened at least 23 times. The attorneys and the lawsuit saying that you could see a pattern in these allegations. All of them were either housekeepers or house staff, and some of them even working together at the same time. The oldest of these cases going back to 2006, employment in that year. And you mentioned the latest happening just last.
Women should not be able to say that they're Jane Does. Nobody should be able to keep their identity private in a civil suit. Nobody should be able to keep their identity private in a civil suit. That's bullcrap.
Last year, these women saying that they were forced to resign because of the repeated sexual assault that they went through. And you mentioned some of them saying that they were worried about their immigration status. Their attorneys also saying they were worried because they lived paycheck to paycheck. They needed that money and were afraid of losing their livelihoods. They were also afraid, essentially, of the status and the influence that Smokey Robinson had, and were afraid of essentially speaking out. Some of these things, obviously not something I can detail on TV, but some serious allegations, Hallie.
That's wild. That is absolutely insane. Again, I don't believe it. I'm not going for it. I think that it's crazy that they taking advantage of this man.
Thanks for being with us here on Live Now from Fox. We do want to
testimony of one victim, but when you're a victim after
Look at Smokey. Look at Smokey. He not even, let me see something.
Hearing remotely, who you can probably see on the screen. Also is Miss Guzman, who's interpreting for us today. This is to announce that earlier today in Los Angeles Superior Court, we filed a complaint against William Smokey Robinson Jr. and his spouse, Frances Robinson.
Why do they do press conferences? Why don't they just sue him? Listen, the first sign, the first thing that you know that this is fake, and this is my personal opinion, the first sign that you know that somebody is coming for you is they do a press conference to announce it. They hire translators. They do a press conference. They probably got somebody doing sign language in there too. They do it. Why are they doing a press conference to kill his name in the court of public opinion in order to try to force his due? Because see, what they basically trying to do is they trying to kill his income stream. They know that he's still working. They know that he's still doing shows. They know that he owed all of this other stuff, right? So the first thing that you know that they're finessing and that they trying to do a shakedown, because all these is huge numbers. They're gonna throw to 50, hoping to get 10. Throw to 50, hoping to get 8. Throw to 50, hoping to get 5. Because the lawyer is gonna get half of it anyway. The lawyer is doing the press conference. They waiting. They ambulance chasers, and then they say a crazy number. Hopefully he offered 20. Maybe he got 15. Maybe he got 12. They're gonna distribute the 6. The 6 gonna go out to the victims. So all of them is gonna get what? 1.5 a piece, and then the lawyer gonna take the other 6. This is a racket. This is absolutely a racket, and I don't like it. And this is making you not trust people. It messes up your trust. Your trust is just absolutely shattered as a result of it.
The principal causes of action against Mr. Robinson in particular are sexual battery, assault, false imprisonment, gender violence, and creating a hostile work environment.
What the hell is gender violence? Can somebody familiarize me with what gender violence is? I'm trying to understand. I have never seen a charge of gender violence or an accusation of gender violence.
Obviously, these ladies are identified in the lawsuit as those.
And yes, I am flying in the BDL. I am flying in the BDL today.
Jane Does 1 through 4 to protect their privacy, since the lawsuit involves sexual misconduct of the worst sort. We're seeking damages of $50 million. Obviously, no amount of money can compensate these women for what Mr. Robinson subjected them to.
This is crazy.
No amount. We're seeking damages of $50 million.
I'm broke. I ain't got it. I ain't got nothing. I'm tapped. I'm tapped. I got $300 to my name. All of my money is spent. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Nothing needs. If you looking to accuse me, know that I'm broke. I ain't got it. It ain't nothing for us to talk about. And if you're looking for a come up, just know that I'm doing this show for charity work. I'm doing this for charity work. Real talk. I'm not even gonna say what I would rather do. Listen, if you coming for, I don't even want to say this on the stream. I'm not Smokey. I'm not Smokey. I know some people that have fixed the problem for $5,000 a pop. I know some fixers that have fixed this problem for $5,000 a pop. Real talk. You're not getting $3 out of me, big dog. You're not getting $3 out of me, bro. Not three. Not three. This is crazy, bro. And I keep telling y'all that nobody is going to be safe from this. I'm talking about attorneys, Yakar. That's correct. I am talking about attorneys. I'm talking about attorneys. No Trini life. Don't put that on me. I'm talking about attorneys. Talking about attorneys. I don't get into that nonsense. This is crazy, man. This is so crazy. It's insane, bro. This is insane. Never, ever. Listen, don't even hit me with a conversation. Don't hit me with a subpoena. Don't come to me and say, yo, man, I'm thinking about. Don't let me catch wind of it. Not doing it. We're not gonna play this game. I didn't work my whole life and was dick disciplined my whole life just to be dealing with some hood rats that's looking to take everything from me. Nope, not at all. Cameras is in this joint. Paperwork, signatures. Listen, let me tell y'all something, fellas. Forget all of this nonsense. They just finessing Smokey Robinson and they trying to take his money. Let me tell y'all something, fellas. Here's the key. The reason why you want to do an NDA is to protect people from talking about you or talking about what goes around you, talking about your business, talking about the people that surround you. It's for your protection and for my protection. The NDA, the non-disclosure agreement, means that you can't talk about things that you're not supposed to talk about. That's number one. The consent agreement, and I don't care if she looks like a booger wolf. I don't care if she's 70 and you're 20. I don't care what she's doing and what she's looking like. I don't care if you've never had any intention of busting her down at all. At all. The reason why a consent agreement is necessary is because if we never do nothing, which I have no intention of doing anything with you at all, it shows that you had the intent and you was open to it regardless. That way you can't falsely accuse me of something that's saying that you was trying to get into it. And here's one of the keys, and this is one of the things that the lawyers was telling me. One of the keys is that you have to give it to them, not necessarily with you with them. They have to record themselves doing it. You also want to keep a documentation of the interaction and because you want to make sure that they're not signing it under duress. You want to make sure that they're not signing it under duress. And it's unfortunate that we have to do that. Go ahead and get DocuSign. Make sure that you record it. Make sure that they talk and all of this stuff. But it's insane because it's for your protection, even for certain people to be around you. It's for your protection for people to be around you. Don't have nothing to do with wanting to touch her. Don't have nothing to do with busting it down. Brandon L said, I'm glad I've been married for 20 years and have never been in the streets. Brandon, this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not about whether or not you're married or unmarried. They going after Smokey and his wife. It ain't even about being in the streets. Anybody at any time can accuse anybody. And I keep using Jay-Z as an example. And I know we're using celebrities, but I'm using examples that we all know. Jay-Z got accused and he never seen the girl before in his life. The chick just completely made up a false story. And he's had to spend the last few months trying to clear his name and going after the lawyer. They are accusing the person of doing something and he never was even around them. That's what I'm saying. There are women that are going back and finding out that certain guys are successful, and the New York Survivors Act and stuff like that. Sometimes they revive it. They revived it in Los Angeles. They revived it in New York. And there are women that are going back and saying, hey, wait a minute. He touched me 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Trump got sued for a woman, Eugene Carroll, and she said that he touched her in a department store. And he was like, man, I don't know that woman. Who is that? And that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. It don't matter what your circumstances. It don't matter. It shouldn't happen to single people. It shouldn't happen to married people. It shouldn't happen to anybody that is being falsely accused. It's nonsense. And they never file a criminal complaint. They always file a civil suit. They never file a criminal complaint. They always file a civil suit. And this is what I'm saying. I don't believe nobody by default. What about the deals that you got on the table? The potential earnings that you probably lose? Your reputation is damaged. Anybody can admit to anything. Anybody can say anything. Anybody could say anything. That is crazy. So be careful. I'm trying to tell y'all, all y'all wanted to jump on the bandwagon and say this person is guilty by default. Be careful. All men are under attack. Be very, very careful.